Hi, my name is Robert Mourey Jr. I'm the founder and chief steward of Quantum One DAO LLC. I'm also the founder and sole owner of the blockchain company .io LLC. In the last 20 years, my career has been centered around automating business software, business processes, capital markets, economics, investing, and the geopolitical world that influences everything around us. I'm a self-taught investor, traded stocks, options, futures, forex, commodities, cryptocurrency, syndicator. After, a month of taking syndicator seriously, I became an expert trader. I know a lot of things. I've had many experiences in many domains. I have sales experience as a retention agent for Comcast. I also have senior business analyst experience in the Medicare and health insurance domain with Aetna. And yet, I am an expert Web3 engineer who just modified the Cardano ecosystem in the last 6 months by adding 7,000 lines of new Haskell blockchain code to the ecosystem, which included everything that comprises Cardano up to and including the Alonzo era hard fork. What does that mean, that I modified Cardano? Well, if I can do that as an individual, modify arguably the most complex ecosystem in existence, what does that mean if I have a team of people underneath me that are just as smart or more intelligent? The sky is the limit. There's very little that a team, or my team, will not be able to do because of my forward thinking and understanding of not just blockchain, but many different business domains and the geopolitical world and climate that exists around us. Look at my Twitter account. Go review the tweets that I've made in the last 5-6 years and how prescient some of the calls that I made were at various times. You could read some Medium articles that I have out there on my Medium account to also get an idea of, what I think about, where I'm coming from. So, in terms of Cardano, what does that mean? If one person can modify a $50 billion ecosystem into a new blockchain, it means that if businesses want to use a blockchain with the same capabilities of Cardano, but in their own private environment, with their own specific protocols, procedures, and proprietary information, they can do that. Or rather, I can do that for them. Quantum One can do that for them. That's hard to comprehend. It's enormous. And we're doing that. We're taking that and putting AML compliance and SEC compliance beneath it as the foundation of the ecosystem, so that every single user, every single lawmaker, regulator, developer will know and trust the integrity of the ecosystem and its users. The biggest problem in blockchain isn't the gas. It's the fact that anonymity exists and there's no set guidelines. The digital SEC is coming. It's coming. And we're going to be at the forefront of that as the only Gen 3 blockchain that's fully AML compliant at Genesis, where every single user is identified and enrolled in our Web3 product, and credential vault. And it's powerful stuff. The other day, and this speaks to the times that we live in. So we're raising capital. Quantum One DAOs, we're trying to raise some capital. Been in contact with angel investors and groups and on Crunchbase and things like that. And the other day I came across someone who had liked a demonstration video I put out on LinkedIn. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, but it was demonstrating the vested key and vested delegate key structure within the Genesis process of our ecosystem, our Cardano derived ecosystem. So I reached out to him, noticed he was an angel investor. We met, had 2 separate meetings. He wanted to be an active investor and invest and offer his marketing services. He seemed very legitimate, very trusting person. However, LinkedIn does not have any proof of credentials. They have 0 proof of identity. They have 0 proof of anything as far as I'm concerned. And so the reality is, I don't know. I don't even know who this person is because of the way the ecosystem is structured. So everything looks great, you know, on the surface. We're ready to go. He, and I'm not going to name names, to start his process of marketing, he asked me for my LinkedIn username and password. And I almost fell out of my chair when I read that. I'm thinking, really? Wait, I'm thinking, there's no app out there? Nobody's built an API yet that connects third-party authorizations with a customized execution capabilities yet for LinkedIn? They haven't connected Crunchbase and LinkedIn yet? No, there's nothing out there as of yet. So I mentioned this to him. I mentioned I cannot multiply my liabilities to my shareholders, or excuse me, my investors in Quantum One. And this guy, after those meetings, he responds and references The Speed of Trust by Mr. What's his name? Kenneth Covey or something? I don't know. I looked it up, but The Speed of Trust. And if you know anything about The Speed of Trust, the premise is good. It really is. I'm a trusting person. I am. Too much so sometimes, you know. And trust enables collaboration. It enables innovation. It enables fast business. Failing fast. Trust enables you to fail fast. And that's what you'll hear and read if you took the time to do it. It's a short explanation of it. So, yeah, I get that, but giving your password and username out for myself and the DAO that I've founded and the you just don't do that. Anybody that knows anything about security knows that you're multiplying your liabilities. Something happened. At best, I'd look incompetent. At worst, I'd be sued in civil court for stupidity. So, you know, obviously we don't want to do that, but because there's no app that enables this at this point, and or a blockchain that handles the entire process from authenticating users and giving push of a button services that users can enable third parties to access their credentials, their work history, things of that nature, very easily. He wasted his time, and I wasted mine. And I know this goes on quite a bit. There's a lot of scams on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the largest professional network in the entire world, and yet we don't know, as LinkedIn users, who we're actually dealing with on the other side of that. We don't know for sure because they're not authenticated. And it's one of the reasons why we are doing full AML compliance at Genesis. Everybody is verified from day one and authenticated. There's no unknowns. And through that, we're bringing a new era of compliant blockchain solutions. Whether it's customized ecosystems for businesses, private ecosystems that we could build. I could build 50 different Cardanos very easily for 50 different businesses. Or businesses could jump on our ecosystem, authenticate, verify, and then open private accounts where we would then enable custom private ecosystem instances for those businesses. Who's doing that right now? Nobody's doing that right now. Nobody's pushing full AML compliance with private customizable instances for businesses. There's nobody doing it. And it's something that we're really excited about, you know? So we'll see how things go. Raise that money. Hire those people. You know, if you're out there and a developer, you're watching this, if you're passionate, you want to learn, and you're a go-getter, and you believe in yourself and what you do, and you want to work for somebody who's the same way and who has the principles that I have, that you can see by watching this video, reach out to me. We could change the world together. It's no bullshit. Anything is possible. If an individual can modify the most complex ecosystem in the entire world in 6 months, what does it say for that ecosystem? What does it say for the chief steward of Quantum One DAO and where they're going? Think about it. Think about it. I wish you all the best, and I'll be back soon with another video. I'm actually going to have planning a 30-minute talk, you know, a presentation, where I just discuss in detail more about what we're doing, and it's not as ad hoc as this video here. I'm just, you know, talking It's totally off the cuff and not planned at all. So, but I will be sending invites out on LinkedIn, coincidentally. It should be within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but be on the lookout for that. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.